How do I deal with depression? Stay tuned to find out. Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode here at Sobriety University. On this channel, we talk about addiction and recovery related topics. Name is Joel, and in this video, we're gonna be talking about how I deal with depression. Now, I thought this was an important topic to talk about because, as you know, in the social media realm, it can be easy to see a person or a situation and think that it's all rainbows and butterflies. I think a great example is the guy Dan Bilzerian. If you know anything about him, you know he has a pretty lavish lifestyle. And you see it and you're like, wow, like, dude, he's living the dream. He's like, you know, traveling the world, dating tons of people. Like, he's probably just like the happiest dude alive. Now, recently he came out with an interview talking about how he's actually not that happy. Like, he doesn't really enjoy it as much as one might think. So in the context of this channel, it might seem that like, wow, this guy's sober, he doesn't drink, smoke, etc. He's probably happy like all the time. Like, he probably never feels sad anymore. And the truth is that, yes, I am happy most of the time, and I do feel lots of joy in my life. There are times though where I feel that depression come in, where I feel unwilling to do the work, to wake up. Well, maybe that's a little dramatic, where waking up isn't as exciting as other days, where I wake up and I feel kind of, you know, melancholy. I'm like, what's the point? Like, why am I doing this? And so understanding that my life isn't perfect, that I still have stuff I'm working on, and sometimes I wake up feeling depression, that it can help maybe you, if you're going through this, realize that, hey, I'm not alone. Other people are going through this, and I will overcome this, because as anyone who's experienced depression knows, it comes and it goes. Sometimes it lasts longer than one might want. However, as time goes on, it will dissipate. So before we begin, like, comment, subscribe, and let's begin. So the first thing that I do when I wake up and I'm like, wow, I just really don't want to be here, is I meditate. And I've talked about this before, and that meditation really helps to separate from the thoughts. In particular, these negative thoughts that I feel when I wake up feeling depression, that, you know, you're not worthy, life just isn't worth living, it sucks, I'm bored, or whatever, anything really. And then for me, there's another layer that comes on that says like, dude, you should be feeling grateful. You have so much to do in your life. Why aren't you feeling happy? And those aren't very pleasant thoughts. So it just creates a negative spiral. And so meditating helps you start to separate from that and be like, okay, my mind's just like having a fit, gotta relax. And yeah, it'll come and go. It's just gonna come and go. And what I find is that I go from a baseline of that depression to more neutral, where I'm not really affected by these thoughts anymore. I'm not feeling like ecstatic or like, you know, I'm so happy right now, but I don't feel depression either. I just feel like nice and chill. And for anyone that smoked weed, you know the magic of relaxation. So finding that on a sober level has been super beneficial. So the next thing I do is I drink a glass of water. Now, when I sleep and wake up, I'm pretty dehydrated because I haven't drank anything in 8 hours. So naturally, my mood's gonna be a little on the lower side. As soon as I drink a glass of water, I just feel like more alert, more energized. I start to focus in on like reality, basically. I'm just like, wow, I like kind of separate from that slumber. And hydration is just a huge thing in mental health, mood, all that. I know when I was using, especially alcohol, I was not very hydrated because, one, I would just forget to drink water, and two, because alcohol is a dehydrant, so if that's the right word, so it dehydrates you. And basically, especially on the days when I was partying a lot, I wouldn't drink any water because there would be booze everywhere. I would just drink that. And it definitely played a factor into how like miserable I felt on a day-to-day basis. Did I know it then? No. Now though, of course. So I always drink water. I have a gallon with me, like in my car, over on the counter there, making sure there's water basically all around. And I noticed that even on days where I'm not feeling depressed, if I don't drink water for like 5-6 hours, like if I forget to or whatever, or if I just have a little bit, I'll notice I start to get a little moody. And it's like, wow, like I snap to and I'm like, wow, no wonder you're feeling like this, because you haven't drank any water in the last 5-6 hours. So water is huge, and it definitely helps me kind of step out of that depression into more of like a neutral, productive state. After that, I'll often go to the gym. And so I've talked a lot about exercise in this channel. I'm gonna keep talking about it because I think it's so important. It's completely changed my life. And I was really into exercise when I was using too. So it's like, I think that was almost like a buffer where I didn't get as messed up because I had exercise under my belt. However, as soon as I got really deep in my addiction, I stopped exercising and then just things went to shit. So when I did quit, I hit the gym right away, was lifting weights, was doing cardio, and it's just made a huge difference in my overall well-being. I know I'm gonna probably live longer because of it, unless like I drop a 1,000-pound weight on my head or something, which would fucking suck. But odds are that's not gonna happen. So getting that endorphin release from cardio, from weightlifting, is really key in breaking out of that depression cycle and just kind of realizing, like, one, that, hey, I did something great for myself. I challenged myself. I was disciplined. That just like always feels good no matter what the situation is. Doing something hard and succeeding at it is always like a whew, especially if you're a guy and you just like have that drive to, you know, get shit done, which is kind of what men have as an instinctual nature. It's really powerful. The second thing is that it releases those endorphins. So after playing hoops or doing some cardio or something, I always just feel like kind of like buzzed. And then the third is like, hey, I look good today. Like I watch myself lift, like not narcissistically, but like, you know, I'm looking at myself now and then. I'm like, wow, you put a lot of work into yourself. You're looking fit. I love it. And so that makes me feel better as well. Now, something I'll be doing throughout this whole process is analyzing, okay, what might be going on that might have contributed to this depression? Am I going through something? Is there a relationship thing that's going awry? Something with work off, etc.? Am I stuck in these old limiting beliefs that I've had from like since childhood? Is that what's coming up? And afterwards, I can really start to address that issue at hand, which leads into the next point, which is what I'll usually do if I wake up feeling depression. At some point, I'll start to kind of search some content on YouTube, which, as you guys know, is an invaluable, is that the right word, platform that can, I mean, I've learned so much from YouTube in the last 5-6 years, way more than I've learned in pretty much my entire life. Besides like stupid stuff like math and stuff. When's the last time you've taken a square root? Honestly, I thought about that recently and I'm like, dude, I spent so many hours learning how to do these square roots and they contributed absolutely zero to my life. So that's why I love YouTube, is because I can search any topic and there's thousands of videos from people that are pretty well experienced, that have gone through the ringer, that, well, they're experts in their field. And I just trust it like wholeheartedly. And so I'll find the issue, I'll type it in. And again, just hearing that somebody else has gone through this or is going through it is just feels so good. It's like, okay, I'm not alone in this, because depression can be kind of an isolating and almost selfish emotion, because it's like, I don't know about you guys, but I literally forget. And as crazy as I say this now because I'm not feeling depression, but when I'm in it, I literally forget other people in the world go through it. It's like the most bizarre thing. It's like I'm so stuck in my own misery that I just forget there's like a whole world out there, or that there's even other people. And so, yeah, having that connection through YouTube and being like, okay, so this guy did this and he got out of it. This guy's going through this and it's okay. I'm gonna get through it too. It's just been so helpful, and it's something that I'm gonna continue to do when I wake up feeling depression. So like, comment, subscribe, and let me know down below what you do when you start feeling depression. May this video find you well if you're going through it, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.